Hey everyone, Brad Chmielewski here, and this is episode 127 of Shatter The Vain. Uh, we got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. There was a lot of news and reveals this week. We don't have any of the dev streams or the coffee with Z Kent anymore, so we don't get those uh, weekly hype build up. Like we're gonna see a skin this week, so they show up on Twitter, and we got stuff like the replay feature and hero teases are leaking out from official and unofficial sources. So, but we're going to talk about the official ones here. You can dig up those unofficial ones yourself if you want. But this week I have Pixie Method joining me. Talk about all this fun stuff, all the skins, the artwork, everything that's been going on, and we talk a lot about Mob Crush. Mob Crush recently got that big VC investment, and they just continue to be growing. Rumbly Superset had a really nice tweet slash letter that he put together, kind of mentioning Mob Crush and how much they've been helping the community, and how really it's actually been a huge plus for the Vainglory community. So just dive into what's been happening on Mob Crush, why should people be checking it out, why should you start streaming there. It's a really cool platform. I know I dabbled in it for a little bit before I went off on that camcord venture, and then back to Twitch and whatnot. So I have not jumped back over to Mob Crush, but thinking about doing it. Maybe play Vainglory, of course. Maybe play some other games like Pig Bang and Armajet and stuff like that. So yeah, just a bunch of stuff about Mob Crush. And then we also talk about the solo queue experience and if it can be approved, if it can be fixed at all. And I kind of like it. I solo queue all the time, so yeah, it happens. And then if you're watching the video version, you probably see I have no beard. If you're listening to the audio, it probably sounds exactly the same, beard or no beard. Shave the beard for a Halloween costume. It will come back. It will grow back. So don't worry, it's coming back. And then before we get into the episode, I want to mention the Vainglory app. Great companion app for Vainglory. You could check out hero stats, just read up on the heroes. They also do a lot of stats and whatnot for the Evil 8 and VGL kind of things. So you kind of really dive deeper into the world of Vainglory. You can download that at vaingloryapp.com. And then gotta mention the Patreon page, patreon.com/Shatter the Vain. Thank you to everyone that's been supporting Shatter the Vain over there. It means so much to me to see people just wanting to support the podcast, wanting to see it grow, wanting me to do more with it, things like that. So check that out. If you can donate at all, awesome. If not, I really appreciate everyone that listens. We're coming up on 2 years of the podcast towards the end of November, so we'll probably do something special, maybe some giveaways, something like that. So thank you for everyone that's been listening and supporting for this long on and off Patreon. Let's do it. Let's jump into this week's episode 127.
Shatter the Vain.
This is the 127th episode of Shatter the Vain. My name is Brad Chmielewski, and this is a podcast all about Vainglory. Every episode, I'm breaking down the news, gameplay, game tips, and hopefully we can all become better players together. And every episode, I have a new person on joining me that loves Vainglory, loves the community, and I'd like to welcome Pixie Method on. Welcome.
Hi.
It's good to have you here. You've been in the scene for a while, so I'd be surprised if people haven't heard of you. But if they haven't, do you want to introduce yourself? Let them know who you are.
Yeah. My name's Pixie Method, but I normally go by Pixie for short because it's easier for everyone. I've been playing Vainglory for some time, and lately I couldn't because I'm mostly multitasking with life and moving, so it's been okay. A tough one.
Sure. Yeah, I think any of these MOBAs or anything takes a lot of time, so you have to finally you have to step away sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And I know you're also, you do a lot of art stuff, so you that's a good way to like not get sucked into the game, but feel like you're part of it, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So how'd you get into Vainglory? How'd you come across it?
It's funny because before I did MOBAs, I did MMOs, but I got hooked onto League of Legends, and then I was like, oh man, I can't keep carrying this big laptop with me everywhere.
Okay.
So I was like, I need something more mobile. So I saw the one Apple event, and it featured Vainglory. I was like, what is this game? I need to know.
Right.
And I found out it was soft launched over in the Philippines app, and I was like, okay, let me just make an account and just, try it out. Why not? And I got sucked in automatically. I got my brother into it, and I got his friends into it. So it was quite a long ride.
Okay, so I was playing for a little bit on the SEA server before that NA launched too, because I saw it and was like, I need this right now. I can't wait.
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
So yeah, when it finally launched here, I remember, I think it was like Trigger Mike was the first person who was streaming it and had it going, and I was like, oh, that's amazing. You can play without 300 ping lag. Like, does the game feel better?
It was surprising because I didn't have any lag when it first came out in soft launch. I was like, okay, but I mean, my internet's been getting bad. So.
Okay. Maybe it's up here in the middle of the country, so I have to connect pretty far to get over there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So that's cool. Did you like? So you already knew MOBA, so you knew like the concepts. Were you like pretty well ahead? Did you feel like you had like a good leg up going into it?
Yeah, definitely. I guess I caught on better since I had a knowledge of it. I had a hard time struggling with League of Legends before because I'd always give up on a tutorial because it was like an hour long.
Okay.
But when I did the tutorial for VG, it was easy to grasp. I understood it. It wasn't like long and painstaking, and my friends loved it. But yeah, it was just easier for me to get a grasp of it. There's not like 500 skills you have to learn. There's only 3.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, thank God, this is my game. Okay.
And at the time, there was like we had 12 heroes, I think, at the most, and so it was like,
yeah,
I know what everyone does, no problem. So it's always,
oh yeah, oh my goodness,
it's hard like jumping into a MOBA that's been established for a while that you're like, there's 200 people, I don't know what I'm doing.
oh yeah, definitely. It was very hard to kick off from like nowhere and you're like brand new. But with BG, you can definitely pick off and just learn. And I mean, there's so many people in the community and BG that are very helpful and are willing to be there to help you and like, and want you to be successful. So
yeah, for sure. Was there a hero you like fell in love with? I know you have like a lot of Kashka artwork, or you have some Kashka artwork that you did early on. Was that like a hero you like instantly liked?
She was, at first I was like trying Petal and I was like, oh, she's cute. But then when I found out about Kashka, I was like, oh my goodness, she is my bae. She was the first hero I got all tier 3, like all the tiers of skins for.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I was so happy about it.
Yeah, her tier 3 skin is still pretty solid, like overall.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah.
So is she still like your top favorite, or is she like?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Okay, all right, nice, yeah. I think I was just playing a Kashka game earlier today, so it's like, you just forget how fun she is, just like jumping in there.
Jump in, jump out, bye. I'm out.
That's cool. And then you stream a lot on Mob Crush, right? And you're like in the Mob Crush world a ton,
oh my goodness,
right?
Yes.
Like you went hardcore into Mob Crush. Like when it first launched, like you were all about it.
Oh God, it's amazing. I love Mob Crush.
What captured you? Were you a Twitch watcher? Did you watch Twitch beforehand, or did you not watch a lot of stuff and Mob Crush just kind of like hooked you?
So it was funny actually, because I didn't figure out what Mob Crush was till they followed me on Twitter.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay, because I was streaming. I wanted to stream at Twitch, but I didn't have the actual computer power for it. So I did like Shao TV or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah.
And I was there for the longest time, and then I was like, okay, this is a little harder. And then I found about Mob Crush, and I was like, okay, awesome. But I still watched my friends over at Twitch. I mean, yeah, all the time.
Okay.
Honestly. So I'll even lurk half the time over at Twitch just to support them. They won't even know that I'm there.
So what was it then about Mob Crush? Was it the same kind of thing about VG being like so small and new, and the community and like I guess almost growing with them that kind of got you?
Yes. All right. So like the community, when I first came in, I was kind of scared. I was like, is this going to be like a doggy dog world out there with Twitch or something?
Okay.
But they were very warm and welcoming. They definitely gave me like the open arms feel, and I felt comfortable. And then I started streaming lots of VG over there. And then after VG, I started opening up to more games and whatnot. And it's just, the community is like number one over there for sure.
Okay.
Because everyone's willing to help you. Everyone's willing to come over to your channel, whether you're new, old. I mean, everyone's very supportive.
So do you stream, what else do you stream? You stream Vainglory, you stream like art stuff, right?
Lately, I haven't been streaming as much Vainglory as I wanted to because I rather see like, Leon be on there and Lady Muffin and Tatiana and Rumbly. Like for me, it's like they're the golden ones.
Okay.
They can do VG, but I'm deciding to go back to that. But I've been streaming a lot of different MOBAs, giving them a try and sharing new games like new MMOs like Order and Chaos 2.
Okay.
Pig Bang is like one of the newest things that everyone's raving about actually now. But there's still a lot of VG going on. It's always good to see it, especially the new streamers that come on.
Yeah, I've been thinking about, like, I have Pig Bang and been playing it. I'm terrible at it, but I'm like, I should, like, maybe just stream. If I'm going to, like, try to learn how to play this, I should stream it, and maybe I should do it on Mob Crush because it is, like, mobile focused, and I don't think anyone's going to care on Twitch that I'm streaming Pig Bang, but someone on Mob Crush might have, like, more of an interest to it.
Oh, yeah. You'll grab a lot of attention, that's for sure, once they see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I know like Rumbly Super said he put out like a tweet the other day like talking about Mob Crush, and I know a lot of people kind of felt like Mob Crush maybe hurt the growth of Vainglory on Twitch because everyone kind of like moved over there. So there's been like a little bit of a debate there, but he made like a really good point in his post, like how much Mob Crush has done for Vainglory and the growth of it. Like he mentioned, like we wouldn't see a lot of these teams be able to support the players, go to these events. Like Mob Crush was a big supporter of Gangstars and Phoenix going to the VIPL. And,
oh yeah, certainly.
Yeah. And so like when you start to think about it like that, like, oh yeah, Twitch isn't just straight up giving anyone money to like help the scene or anything. They're just there like broadcasting the games and like making sure maybe it's featured, but Mob Crush is like behind it, so that's kind of awesome.
Oh yeah, Mob Crush is always going to be first mobile and then second other games because we do care about like a lot about the mobile games. I mean, we're there for a lot of the new developers as well. Like I've been streaming for recent developers who are doing beta testing, like Pig Bang, for example.
Yeah.
And we help, we try to help, those small little companies and help them grow as much as we can. And help them have like gain some potential into their game, and it's good because everyone's so helpful over there at Mob Crush. It doesn't matter what game you stream. It's just we're just there for each other for sure.
So do you see like other developers like coming to Mob Crush and be like, hey, we need some streamers to play this game, we'll like give you some free stuff and like support you and like help you out?
Yeah, we see a lot of like for me at least, I've been seeing a lot of new developers with their mobile games like come over and check out the games and try to stream their game through their like so-called company account, and we would take interest and like support them, and if we like it, we usually help out, and it's more of a team effort of just working together and promoting one another.
Yeah. Okay. I know the like recent announcement of like one being able to do like giveaways in the chat was a big deal, and being able to just give tips and like support the streamers that were partnered. So that's kind of awesome. It kind of makes it, I think, an even better platform to go and stream to.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like the platform is very easy over at Mob Crush, so if anyone who wants to start out streaming Vainglory or any other game, I definitely recommend it, especially mobile gaming, because it's such a small community, yet we're so closely knit together that we're willing to support one another, and we won't let you feel like it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, so to say. We're willing to cooperate with whatever problems you have, and I mean, we have some tech whizzes out there. We're very good at helping and supporting new streamers. And then you just got the community people like myself and a few others to just support you and tell you, look, don't give up. It might be like a bad first stream. I mean, everyone had their first bad stream.
Right.
I know I did. But we just want to welcome people with like open arms, regardless if you say you're going to go to Twitch or you're going to go to some other streaming program. And then you come back and you think that you're not going to be welcome anymore. You're certainly going to be welcome, without a doubt.
Nice. Yeah. Do you have a favorite Mob Crush streamer, or are you just watching too many to like pick somebody?
Oh my goodness, I watch a lot of people. It's so hard to pick because they're all such really good streamers, honestly. They all have their own unique twist to their stream, their own like unique way of presenting games and whatnot. It's just amazing how everyone's unique in their own way. Mm-hmm. So like you can't be like, oh man, I don't like this guy or this guy. Like they're all so different that they're all good in their own ways,
Sure, yeah. I'm sure a lot of people are waiting for Brizzle to come back and show off her baby. And
oh my goodness, yes, I'm excited to see baby Emmeline. I want to see her play Vainglory. She's going to be a pro.
There you go. Well, cool. Yeah, everyone should check out Mob Crush. And so you said you were taking a little break from streaming, but do you have like days you try to stream?
Right now, I have 3 days a week that I do is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9:30 Eastern in the morning.
Okay, nice. And I'll include a link to your Mob Crush channel in the notes and in the description, so everyone should check that out. But this is not a Mob Crush podcast. We're here to talk about Vainglory.
Yes.
So I say we should jump into the news, because there's been a lot of like fun stuff and like a lot of like teases and art stuff this past week. So it's a really cool time for the news. Let's do it.
Vainglory News.
First off in the news is we got another hero tease. So this was a official tease. I know we got some leaked teases over the past couple weeks. We've seen some stuff come out, but this was an official tease from Vainglory, and we actually get to see this like what looks like a bunny cat thing walking around, and with like some sort of lantern. Any thoughts on this? Did you take a look at this?
I thought it was a bunny.
Okay.
I was like, I couldn't see because I've seen leaks, because I'm also part of the Vainglory Facebook group, and we always see leaks all the time.
Okay.
And people have been like guessing if it's a mix between a cat or a bunny or some kind of rabbit thing.
Right.
I was like, I have no idea what it is. But my best bet is definitely a mixture between like a bunny and a cat sort of thing, but definitely is on its hind legs.
Right. So yeah, it walks around. It looks like it walks around on 2 legs. It's not going to be like a fortress. It's not going to be a cat version of Fortress. It's going to be like it's some sort of magical jungle creature, I guess, is the best way to describe him. And we kind of know that he has something to do with like he hangs out in bushes or does something in the dark and the shadows. So that's kind of like going to be his theme, I think, a little bit. So
yeah.
But I'm so glad to see another like I forget what they're called in Vainglory, but like they're called Yordles in League of Legends. I forget the Vainglory term. I have to brush up on my lore a little bit. But like any of the non-human creatures.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited for that because we've had so many just regular people. And I think what's great about MOBAs is they combine like those magical fantasy creatures and mix them with the real people.
Yeah, agreed.
I feel like we don't know any abilities yet, but we should start to see some more stuff in the next week or so. We don't have any like dev streams or the Coffee with Z Kent is gone. Like all we have is the VGL and VIS and the Evil 8. So we don't get any like reveals every week. So it's kind of like we never know when Twitter's just gonna post these.
Oh yeah, everyone's been waiting. It's either they wait on Twitter or they come to the Facebook group and see if any of us are gonna post anything. I'm like, I don't know. I know as much as you guys,
Right.
honestly. So don't be waiting here and asking.
Nice. And then we did get another like reveal on Twitter. We got this replay tool that they showed off. This looks awesome. Many other of the MOBAs have a tool where you can either go back and watch your game, maybe it saves it, and you can go back and like analyze it and kind of figure out what happened. This kind of takes it a step farther, and it looks like you're going to be able to zoom around the map, pan, set up different shots. You're going to be able to see some really awesome like montages and just screenshots coming out from people if this is how the tool works. Did you see this? Are you going to use it?
Oh, me? Oh my goodness. I saw it at first and I was like, what is this? And I'm thinking so many people could take advantage of this, especially for people who are YouTubers, because they can start panning out like and looking from all different angles and taking shots of it and then explaining like, what the moves are and how to counter. And it's just really a useful tool. And I could see it being very helpful for a lot of content creators for sure.
Yeah, I see myself like using it. Like I don't know how it saves and if you need to like capture the screen. We don't know anything like that yet, but just being able to play the game and then either grab that replay or grab another shot. Like, oh, see, I really should have reflex blocked here. Like, look, I could have stepped this way and reflex blocked it or blocked this. Just, analyzing the plays a little more are going to be insane for the YouTubers and content creators that just like take it a step farther.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially for competitive scene, for analysts, and just looking and replaying some of the mistakes that they probably went into and not seen it from different angles. I mean, it'll be pretty good.
Yeah, but we don't know if you can download it, but I think if you would download the game, your replay, you may need like another tool or another like thing to be able to zoom around, or it's going to have to open back up in Vainglory, because if it's just a QuickTime movie, you're not going to be able to pan around it. I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah. So that's cool. Hopefully that comes in update 1.24 with the new hero. So it seems like it should. We usually don't get teases for things that are coming months, so like multiple patches away. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then on Twitter, people were kind of talking about this possible new Ringo skin that's we've got shown off. It was an interesting quote or just line. What did it say? It was like, the gambler gazed up and up at the blind Gandor. Take one giant step back and raise the flask. You look familiar, he said. So it's some sort of Ringo talking to what? Scarf? Or right? Or
it seems like it.
Or Glaive, yeah. But he has like a very evil devil thing on his back, so might be a seasonal or a special edition Ringo skin coming.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't look like... It looks like a book. I want to see a book, but I'm not quite sure what he's holding instead of like a canister kind of thing in the shadow. So I'm kind of interested as to what it's related to.
Yeah. So that's... Or it could even be a new hero or something related to someone else's lore or skin lore or something, yeah. So that's cool. So that's kind of our first tease of the skin. And then we also got a bunch of other skins that got like officially announced coming in 1.24. We got Taka Tier 3, which I think a lot of people are super stoked for and like so ready to have.
Oh my goodness, yeah. It was so funny because I was actually talking to my brother about it, and he was like, as soon as it comes out, my money's going in. I was like, oh my goodness. Already.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell. like it looks like he has like fur on his forearm that look like knives, like extension to like instead of him carrying weapons. I'm not sure if I'm correct on that or not, actually.
Yeah, he almost looks like it's not even fur, it's like the bones, like almost like a Wolverine kind of thing where his blades have grown out of his body.
Yeah, that's oh wow, yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. But it looks very good though. I really like the detail on it and I'm excited to see it.
I know a lot of people have said like the art looks very Mortal Kombat-esque, and totally makes sense because same concept artist concepted a lot of the Mortal Kombat characters. So
Yeah, everyone's excited for that. Why not?
but we don't. Yeah, we didn't get to. Yeah, we got to see the in-game footage a little bit, and I don't know what kind of tech they were waiting for in order to like bring this out. But I love his transformation. Instead of like his box, he's into this like tiny little wooden. What is it, like a raccoon? kind of thing.
A little bit.
So that looks pretty awesome. He just looks even eviler. Like I hate Taka. Like I usually ban out Taka. So he looks even more deadly now, running around.
You think you hate him now? Wait till the skin comes out.
Yeah, as soon as this comes out, no one's ever going to get to see it that I'm playing with because I'm just banning Taka all the time. Another skin. Well, two of the limited edition skins we know that are coming back, and it looks like in update 1.24, Killer Bunny Rona, which is a pretty nice skin on its own, and the recolor looks pretty good. But then the recolored Red Lantern Kashka, I think, might even look better than the original Red Lantern Kashka, which wasn't like the greatest special edition / limited edition skin. So I kind of almost like the look of this one better.
I do. I agree. I do like the blue on her for sure. I don't know. It just makes her pop up a little more besides the red, of course, but it's more pleasing to the eye, so to say. And she just looks, I don't know. It's just, I guess, a feel.
Yeah. I guess I was just so disappointed with Red Lantern Kashka. I know a lot of people were. It's probably the skin. A lot of people just kind of like, it could have been so awesome, but somehow it fell short. I don't know why. Like they just didn't add all the particles that like the Tier 3 Kashka had on it.
I think that's what it was. That's what a lot of people have were talking about through the Facebook group, and they were discussing about how they would like to see more effects that are like, maybe fireworks, so to say, when she spins more or something. But they were a little bit upset about that part. But we'll see.
They all can't be winners, right? There's a lot of skins that come out, and a lot of them, like the Taka one looks amazing, and then maybe like this one, not the best.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you can't win with everything.
Sure. What did you think of like the Opal change or the bringing these limited edition skins back? Being someone that's played for so long and probably likely had most of these limited edition skins.
Honestly, a lot of people didn't like it because they put their money into the game and then they're bringing them back for people to buy them again, because we were told at one point that look, you can't buy this is a limited edition, and then people are like, well, you're bringing it back, you're just recoloring it, and I'm like, I mean, I kind of missed out on the Fortress Christmas one.
Okay, all right.
The reindeer, so I was like, it kind of makes me feel happy that I'm allowed to get that back at some point. Okay. But I understand how others are feeling when it came to like, hey, I got this and it's supposed to be a limited edition and I paid all this money and whatnot. But I guess it's very debatable.
Sure, yeah, they are like expensive if you're trying to get them with opals. Like I think that's everyone like wants more opals, but the whole point is they're special edition / limited edition. They're supposed to be hard to get in the first place, so they needed to make them hard to get again, unless you just wanted to like throw down the cash.
I mean, you gotta, honestly, yeah. I mean, a lot of people will eventually. And it's always good to support a game, especially one that you like. So there's no shame in pouring your cash into it.
Right, and especially what Christmas is coming up. It's coming soon, so everyone's gonna get iTunes gift cards and
Oh, certainly.
Android gift cards. So you'll see a lot more of these skins around that time as people are finally like, screw these opals. I'm just buying it.
Black Friday's coming, guys. Just a heads up.
And we may see like more special offers too on some of these skins, because I know Vainglory has started doing more of that, like sales on heroes and skins, because I think they know that they're expensive, so they want as many people to buy stuff. They want to take your money as often as possible.
I mean, if you enjoy a game, go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, sales are always good, especially for kids who can't afford much and their parents limit them. It's good to have a sale for those poor kids who put their time into the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, continuing with the announcements this week, we also got this announcement of the global notification feature. So the idea behind this is you can now chat or send a message to any of your friends that are offline, and they should get notified of it if they, I think, have it turned on. I don't know if you know if they don't have it turned on, if it's sent or not. I don't know. I haven't really tried this, but I've seen it in action, and I've heard people, using it. Have you used this feature, or like any thoughts on it?
I haven't used it yet, but a lot of the people have been talking about how it's like a simple private messaging to whoever you want to send it to. Some people think it's a plus side. Some people are like, that's a useless feature. But to me, I think it's beneficial, because like if you're offline and your friend needs to contact you and say, hey, look, we have a practice at this time, and they can't contact you in any other way.
True.
It's certainly beneficial.
Yeah. I know I haven't got any yet, and I think maybe I have push notifications turned off for Vainglory, because I know like I have a lot of people that add me on the accounts and stuff, so I feel like if you're a streamer or a content creator, like you probably have this feature turned off or instantly, because the amount of messages you would get from people would kind of be nuts.
Oh yeah, certainly. I would get random ones on like every other day, and I'm like, oh gosh, I better just turn this off, because I'm doing some work right now. I'm talking to people.
Yeah. Like, I didn't want to play with you when I was in game. I don't want to play with you now. So
Yeah, so I'll talk to you later.
But yeah, I do think it's a pretty neat feature, and I think it's maybe a step into a direction where we might be able to in queue and be able to do something else too, because I know that's a big thing that people would like to see, especially in the higher tiers when you're waiting 5 minutes to start a game. If you can just tab or switch apps here, like email, or browse the internet for a minute, like, and then get a notification like your queue's ready. Accept.
Yeah, oh, that'd be nice, actually. Very helpful.
Yeah.
Because I'm normally like multitasking on my tablet, and I kind of want to just stay in queue and wait while probably like maybe looking at a text message or something.
Yeah.
And then have a pop-up menu that says click here to enter, and I'm like, okay.
So hopefully this global notification is like a test for that, or like in that direction of more things.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to mention something Gangstar started doing this week. They're doing like a daily news wrap up of its Vainglory news and CS Ops, or COps news, Critical Ops. And every day they're posting like what happened that day, whether it's a hero skin release, team ranking in Evil 8 or something like that. And this is kind of a really cool place to go to just quickly grab some news. Like Reddit, you should be able to get all this on Reddit, but Reddit is really just filled with people that are posting pictures of their screenshots or things like that.
Yes.
So I know I used it to grab some stuff for today's episode, and I just it's a nice quick place to just be like, what did I miss today if you didn't check Twitter or you just didn't have time?
Oh yeah. And I like it. I was actually surprised. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I mean, it's definitely good because people can just be like, just head over there instead of going to like Reddit or any other place, because everything's all like right there for you in your face, and just like, boom, this is what you missed.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
And simplified.
Hopefully they keep it up, because I know daily projects they seem great and they're like awesome in the first week, and then you're like, oh my gosh, this never ends.
Oh my goodness, that's how it feels for me when I'm doing the VG group. So
On
I kind of feel
Facebook?
their pain.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a never-ending task of accepting members.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And policing them to some
Oh
degree.
yeah. Oh yeah, and checking everything and seeing what's happening with everyone.
So check out this. It's Gangstars GG/daily-flex. Link in the show notes, and so check it out. And then the last bit of news before we wrap up the news here, always like to mention the free hero rotation. It's a good place to go try some heroes in casual that maybe you don't own. And this week is pretty good because you get the mechs in this one. You get Skye, Jewel, and Baron. And then along with that, you get Arden, Alpha, and Saw. And I know, like, having a whole mech team of Skye, Jewel, and Arden, it's pretty fun, and you look badass. Like,
Oh yeah, certainly. Like no one wants to go near you at that point.
yeah, you're all just jumping around all over the place. You're so annoying too. What do you think? Any of these heroes like recommend for anyone that's like either starting or like they should play maybe this patch that you feel is like worthwhile?
For me, I think Arden is worthwhile. You know, some people are just like, you know, they haven't been using him as much as whenever I play at least. And they said, oh, he might be weak this patch and whatnot. I was like, no, he seems pretty good to me. At least for my play style, he is.
Yeah.
I still think he's still strong. So definitely for first timers, give him a try for support. He's definitely fun to play with, especially when you're trying to save enemies from like getting killed by enemies and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. I've been trying to get better at Alpha. That's one of the heroes that like I'm working on.
Oh man, it's so hard for me.
Yeah, like I get wrecked by Alphas, and then when I play Alpha, I feel like I just get wrecked on the other side. Like I'm just like, what am I doing wrong here? I think there's like something with the combos, but just the idea that you have an extra life most of the time that you can kind of reboot is kind of a nice safety feature.
Yeah. It's so funny because I would see sometimes in the group, people would post expectations, reality. I'm like, oh my goodness. You expect to be like a pro player with her, but when you try it, it's the complete opposite.
Yeah, it doesn't work out, yeah. Like never land my ultimate or anything like that. It's like
it's such bad timing for me. Like I could never get the right time to hit her ultimate, and then I just get bombarded by all three people.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
oh, I thought I got this.
I think if you're like in credible threat and lower, like if you can play Alpha like decently, I think you could probably carry yourself pretty well through some of those tiers, because I don't think a lot of people underestimate the reboot and just like your ability to be like just in that fight and stick to people.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, yeah.
And then Baron being in this rotation, Baron is a blast to play and kind of underrated for I think how strong he is. And I think it's similar to maybe how Skye took a while for everyone to understand her kit, get into her a little bit, and Baron's finally starting to get some more play, and people are like, oh man, this dude is strong.
Oh yeah. I've seen people like first time playing him, and they would jump in and like head first into battle, and then they would get like eliminated.
Yeah.
And they're wondering, what am I doing wrong? I'm like, you need to, step it back a little bit. He's strong. You just can't throw yourself out there thinking like you're the Terminator.
No, yeah. Yeah, I think that was my first few times playing Baron too. I was like, I don't understand. My jump in doesn't do any damage. What am I doing wrong here? But yeah, it does not do any damage. So check out that free hero rotation. It changes every Tuesday, usually later in the day on Tuesday. So it might be different by the time you're listening to this, but check it out. Good place to try out the new heroes. And that's all the news for this week's episode, but do got a little forum static.
Forum static.
So this was a pretty big post on Reddit, and it was about like, is it even possible for SEMC to improve solo queue? I don't know if it's just a general MOBA thing, but man, the Vainglory community loves to complain about solo queue. do
Oh
you
my gosh,
do you
yes.
solo queue or do you usually play with a party?
When I feel like I'm good, I normally go solo queue. When I'm having a
Okay.
good day, I would solo queue. And you know what? Honestly, for me, it's just like any other MOBA. Like you can't win it on LOL, you can't win it on Smite or any of those other solo queues. And I don't see why they're complaining still. I mean, I get it. People do, like, you have to keep in mind, people do make Smurf accounts. Like they do it on purpose. Every like MOBA game, there's always
Right.
people who have Smurf accounts and they're gonna do it. So I don't even think it's possible to like perfect the solo queue at this point, because it's, you can't just say, everyone, I'm gonna ban your accounts if you have a Smurf account because you're trolling. It's just not possible.
Right. And yeah, and there's so many accounts. Yeah, you see League of Legends people, like the top streamers, they all like jump around different accounts while they're streaming, and they like to show off like climbing from 0 to 100 kind of idea. Uh,
Yeah.
people kind of like to watch that. But this post kind of like he touched on a few problems. So one was the insta locks, and I think this is a problem because a lot of the tiers don't have draft mode. And there's no reason why Vainglory hasn't started adding draft mode into the other tiers. Because right
Yeah.
now you have to be hotness and above MMR if you're solo queuing to get draft mode. That is silly. Like
Yeah.
they should need to lower that, and I think that would help with this Instalocks a little bit.
Yeah. Agreed.
Because I know like in casuals you can expect Instalocks. I do it because I want to play that hero and maybe I want to record a video. So I
Yeah,
I want this
exactly.
person. But that's casual, so you can expect that to happen. But yeah, in solo queue and ranked, like I think just bring draft mode back to some of the other tiers. Just people know how it works. They watch Evil 8, they watch the tournaments, and you've created like two separate worlds. Like if you don't have draft mode, you're stuck with a lot of problems like insta-locks that
Oh my god.
don't help you get to draft mode.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I mean, and people still do it, and hotness is just a little too high. I agree with you on that. I think they should just drop it down just a little bit. I mean, and you're right. People do actually like watch all the tournaments, and they understand how draft mode works. Even the people who are just started playing, because I guarantee you they've been watching the game the whole time, and they're just starting to get into it, and they're probably thinking, I'm at like this level. I'm not that far from being new, and I don't have draft mode, and people are insta locking, and they're not doing good with that character.
Yeah.
I mean, frustration does kick in at some point.
Yeah, and new players actually, I've seen a lot of people ask like, well, what level is your account? Like they look at that where a lot of people have been playing for so long, they look at the skill tiers as like how good you are. But new players actually are like, well, I'm level 15. What level are you? I'm like, I don't know. What's the max? That's what I am. I don't know. I have no idea. Like I've never thought of levels as like a thing to say how good you are, but I guess that's it. That's another way to look at it. So
Yeah.
that's
I always just, I don't even care about the levels. I just wait until I see how they play in game, and then I'll judge it by then. And be like, because I've seen beginners who have never played before, who came from like other MOBAs, like League of Legends and like Dota or something, and they'd come in and they would wreck me, and I'm like, what?
right.
Like, have you been
Yeah.
practicing beforehand? I mean,
No,
guarantee you have.
if you understand the concepts, it's pretty easy.
Oh yeah, to pick it right up and be like, oh look, this is not too bad.
Another point this guy mentions on Reddit is the toxicity of the positions, like forcing the third person to go roam. And I feel like I agree with that a little bit. There are some days where you maybe are ranking and you get roam for like 3 or 4 games in a row, and then you're just like, I'm picking Saw as a roam. Like or you just pick a carry just because you're so sick of going roam.
Yeah.
And then, but I guess like maybe I don't see as many people like troll that role as much. People do try, but it is it does suck if you getting that third pick and you feel like you have to go roam every game.
And you know what? I kind of agree because it does get tiring because you do want to play other positions because you're not just a roam. Like I'm a roam and I like roaming and supporting and whatnot. But sometimes I want to be a jungler. But like there was 5 games in a row where I was just roam.
Right.
I mean, I didn't mind it, but I was like, what if I want to be a jungle, huh? Like,
Yeah, you don't mind it, but you also get a little bored. Like, all right, well, which Rome hero do I play this time? Well, we might just lose, and then people are gonna think I'm being a jerk because I picked this Rome versus the other one that's really strong. So
Exactly, and then they're gonna think you're a bad player, but when really you're actually pretty good, and you're pretty decent. You were just forced to just take that position, unfortunately.
yeah. So I don't know if there's like a good way to fix solo queue or any way to improve it. I've seen other people like suggest like they need to separate the team queue from the solo queue experience, and that may help determine people a little differently. I solo queue every day, almost all the time. I don't often play with people. I don't have a team or anything, and I'm solo queuing at like POA bronze, silver range, and it's fine. And I even documented like a lot of the climb from unranked to that skill tier, and with the free heroes and not adding money to the account, and so you can do it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and honestly for me, even though I get frustrated half the time when I do solo queue, I just say to myself, look, it's a challenge, so let's do this.
Right, yeah. There's gonna be people that are really bad at the game or trying to troll you. Sometimes it's on the other team, and if they're on your team, you have to either like, all right, well, let's figure this out together. How can I make sure you don't die, rather than just pinging you over and over again, because that does not help when someone's dying all the time.
Oh yeah, and honestly, when you ping too much, you're gonna annoy the person at some point where they're not gonna play as good as you want them to be.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know what you want me to do with your 5 question marks in a row. Yeah, I died. I know, I died. It happened.
Exactly, we all die at one point, right?
So this post is up on Reddit. If anyone wants to add something to it, it was posted this past week, so it's pretty new. There's quite a few comments on it. I'm sure lots of people giving their thoughts. I know Addy Andrus, he commented in too about it. So yeah, check it out. Give it a full read if you're interested in what the solo queue experience is for a lot of people. And then the last thing before we get out of here is a random item.
Random item.
So on this random item, I picked the Sorrow Blade because we got this very interesting tease from Vainglory this past week that I saw someone mention, like they think it's maybe the new hero's favorite item, or he scales, or he's going to be good with the Sorrow Blade. It didn't really sound like that hero's voice. It kind of sounded more like a rhyme voice or something to me. But I don't know if you heard that tease or saw that tease of just this really nice 3D Sorrow Blade spinning around.
I've seen a little bit of it, but it actually got deleted by accident. But I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it fully, and I'm not quite sure if it is for the new hero or whatnot, but I'm kind of interested, and I want to see more leaks of it, so to say, maybe, just so I can get a little more of an understanding of where it's coming from and who's it for.
So I thought I'd just talk about the Sorrow Blade here, because it is almost like a standard weapon carry item right now. It's pretty basic. Go over the stats and what it builds into or builds out of. So it's the expensive item. It's going to cost you over 3,000 gold, and the only stat you get from it is 150 weapon power. That's it. You just get badass damage out of it.
Oh yeah. Oh, straight up damage.
Yeah. So it builds out of your heavy steel and your 6 shins. So pretty straightforward path, and you see it on most weapon carry heroes, like your Saw. It could go well with the Kestrel, with even the Vox. You even see it maybe on a Lance if he's roaming and he just wants some more damage. If he's not getting a Bone Saw or a Tension Bow, you could just go straight Sorrow Blade. It's a pretty, I don't know, it's a pretty easy item. So I thought it's interesting that we're getting like a tease for it. I wonder if they're going to change it and make it more useful rather than just like, this is heavy damage.
Possibly.
Do you pick up Weapon Blade often, or do you play weapon carries that usually go with this?
Not particularly. I'm more of a crystal person.
Okay.
But I've seen friends who have used Sorrow Blade, and when I see them damage, I'm just like, that's a 2-hit. I'm leaving. You don't need me.
Yeah.
I'll support the other teammate. We're good.
Yeah, like a Jewel with a couple Sorrow Blades and a Tyrant or something.
Oh
it's
my
like,
goodness, that's scary.
Yikes, yeah.
That's when you just know, just run. Just run. I'll try to support as much as I can, but you need to run.
Yeah. But because it's an expensive item, it takes a while to get, and you don't usually see, sometimes you'll see 2, but you don't usually see more than that because there are more utility items and just items that offer a little more to your kit than just raw damage.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
But super fun in Battle Royale, just go all Sorrow Blades.
All Sorrow Blades. 1 hit right there.
Later. All right, well, that's going to do it for episode 127. Pixie, thanks for joining me.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, where can people find you, get in touch? Twitter, Mob?
Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm mostly on Twitter. My DMs are actually open, so if anyone wants to say hi or something, definitely hit me up.
Living on the edge there.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like, you got advertisements? That's okay. I'll just read them, and if I need it, I'll probably take it.
Okay.
If not, I'll delete it.
And then you also sell some of your art. Some of your art's up for sale. Sometimes you post on Twitter, right?
Yeah, I actually have my own threadless shop, and I have my Koshka art, my first fan art for VG on there for apparel.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Very cool.
So you can definitely find it out. I'm actually working on some of the new heroes and seeing which one people want the most to come out because I'm doing one at a time.
Okay, yeah. The stuff takes a while. Yeah.
Yeah. It took me a day to get Koshka done. 1 day to sketch her out and 1 day to fully do it. And it's funny because when I did her, I was on the stream for Vainglory, and I won 500 ice while drawing her. Okay. I was like, oh my goodness.
Nice. That's always a nice little bonus.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cool. Well, yeah. Check out our Twitter. Check out Mob Crush stream. If you're in a Mob Crush channel, you're probably there lurking too, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm always lurking and supporting everyone. So don't be afraid if you're eager to stream. Definitely let me know, and I'll definitely help you out. And I have a few other people help me out as well.
Cool.
To help you.
Nice. Well, and then so Shatter The Vain is on Twitter at Shatter The Vain. Website shatterthevain.com. All the episodes are posted there. Links to iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube version as well. And maybe I'll jump back over to Mob Crush and start streaming there again. Like it's been a while since I've been on Mob Crush or been on their stream. I lurk and watch like VAS and other people's streams sometimes.
Yeah, oh my goodness. We're definitely growing, that's for sure. We got our new investor and we made 20 million?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So we're growing, and if you want to get into that growing business, you better start now.
Damn, yeah.
And we'll be there to support you.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna do it. I'll be there. All right. So I'll do it for episode 127. Take care.
Let's get this over with.